Head. Make sure they all visible. Shout out to the PA Head. Boom. What's up, people? Oh, tripping. Shout out to my sponsor, Jerron Hammond, Incredible Fabrics, PAID. Get yours. I'm gonna have a link in the description. Funny, I was just watching that BS. Yeah, man. How y'all been? What's going on, people? Oh, is that what you call it? Dropping jewels. Trying to get my dribble right, you know. He said his jewelry is bad. We're gonna talk about all of that in just 1 second. Hold on. Subscribe to the channel. What's going on, people? I know y'all seeing the internet. The internet is going wild. The internet is going wild. It seemed like when guys ain't got a lot going on, maybe like musically, they'll resort to anything to get noticed. It's just too much shit going on right now. I believe in Sean Cotton's quest to get an Alpo video. In his quest to get an Alpo video, he'll just take and accept anything. It was too much shit said in that video that just don't make any sense. Zip with the drip. What's good, pimp? He said, Mr. Foolery. I ain't gonna get on here and talk about his jewelry. I'm gonna try to leave that out my joint. But in totality, you can't believe that shit. Far Rock, what's good, pimp? You can't believe that shit, man. Number one of the first things I have to say, Alpo didn't have nothing against them niggas, man. From the conversations I had with him, he didn't have nothing against them. He didn't view AZ and Rich like gangsters, like killer gangster type. He didn't view them like that. Number one, he had no reason to be afraid of AZ. No reason to be afraid of AZ. And not only that, listen, AZ did an interview himself. AZ did an interview himself where he says, in the Troy Reed documentary, AZ did an interview himself where he says, after the murder of Rich Porter, he bumped into Alpo at a diner or something like that. And according to AZ, allegedly, Alpo told him, you think if I give them $50,000 a piece, they'd just leave all of this shit alone? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? So how was he gonna kill AZ if they seen each other? Yeah, he spoke with him. He said, didn't he speak with Po? Yeah, he spoke with him. He been speaking with him the last 30-something years. He spoke with him on the K-Slay mixtape. Did that sound like he wanted to do something to him? Did that sound like they were at odds in any way like that? Just tell me, please tell me. They spoke before. He already said they spoke. He said they spoke before. He said AZ said that on Vlad. AZ been said that. AZ said to Alpo, you do what you feel is best. Right? He said that. Rest in peace to Prince Marky D. He did one of his last interviews on this very platform. Alpo had no reason to do anything to AZ, yo. He didn't have any reason to do anything to AZ. And according to him, from his mouth, he just said he was cheating. He was being cheated, man. He was like, he was being cheated. He said, people make it as if I knew him. Me and him was, best friends forever. He said, I only was around him, getting money with him for like a year and shit. There you go. So, yeah, it's just like he's just saying anything to get attention. It's like he's saying anything to get attention, and he don't care. A lot of people are going to do this. You're never going to get a real accurate depiction of, if that's what you're looking for, you're not going to get a real accurate depiction of the Alpo situation in death. The best way you was going to get anything was when he was living. That shit, that's some bullshit, though. That's some bullshit. Somebody hit me up and asked me, what did he say? I said this before. I asked him, was that his son? He said he don't know. He told me he don't know. I'm not refuting what Boy's saying, what Paparazzi is saying, but I'm telling you what Alpo said. He said he don't know. It seemed to me that King Erner was on Alpo's ass. That very, very much annoyed Alpo. That bothered him a lot. It bothered him a lot. He hated it. King Erner was at one point one of the probably only and the main person going hard on Alpo and shit, right? He was one of the main people. That shit was annoying him all the way up to when King Erner was on the Queen's Flip show. Paparazzi chose to get in that himself. He chose to get in that himself. When they was about to box and all of that, when that happened, Po liked it that. Alpo liked it that. He liked it that someone was defending him because nobody was ardently defending him. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know what transpired between them two. I don't know their personal relationship. I'm just telling you what he said to me, So, yeah, man, you just got to pick and choose on, you know, who and what you believe. But anybody at this point who has had some interaction with him, they're going to probably just say what best fits their situation. He said, damn, Gully, you double dribbling, dropping videos and live at the same time. I'm just working. I did that last night. It's the emphasis is on the podcast right now. I got some dope content coming for y'all. But I've been over here, you know, hitting this motherfucking podcast platform, man, with the wrenches and shit, trying to make sure that it's right. I was going to get to that J Hood. He said, I never see Gun B and Paparazzi Po in anything together, Gully. I seen them on camera, maybe a picture together before. I don't think none of his real kids or the kids that's been confirmed to be his, they don't be on the internet. You don't see them. You don't see them on the internet. That's another reason. That's another thing that will make you speculate and shit. Like, you know, if that's your pops and shit, why you the only one going hammer with the interviews for free and shit like that? Not saying that it was for free. Ain't no telling what he got for that shit. But why is he the only one? If those are his siblings, they not. The one in D.C. ain't doing nothing. The one in New York, he ain't too much doing nothing. He said they was together on Sub-Zero DVD. I seen them together before when they had the jacket. He said, yeah, his real kids don't come out. I'm going to tell you why. His real kids might not be in such a hurry to show their face to everybody and say, hey, I'm his kid, because there's people who don't like Alpo and probably didn't want to do nothing to him, but might have intentions or the thought of trying to approach his family and shit. So they not on computers waving their arms like, yeah, I'm his son, I'm his kid, I'm his daughter and shit like that. You feel me? Did you ever ask Alpo how many kids he has? Nah, that was never a topic. I only asked him about paparazzi because it was a hot fucking question and shit. Everybody was asking and shit. He said, this internet is wild. Yeah, it is. Just look at the facts. Just look at what makes sense. Seriously. He said, Ears to Christ, too. Can't nobody refute Ears' stories. Ears had a relationship with Alpo, interacted with him real live. I asked Alpo, did he know Ears? He said, yes, he knew Ears. He seen my interview with Ears and shit. Can't nobody, Ears gonna say whatever the fuck he want. And I about don't blame him. He lost a friend in that situation. But, hey, man. He said, Vlad and Say Cheese following behind you. I always been the original. The whole time we been here. My Ears to Christ interview has 1-point-some million views already and shit. That story's been told to death. What I don't understand about some guys and shit is after they tell their story, why do they continue to tell it? Like, why do they keep going on and on and on and telling it and shit? If you're not selling nothing, motion picture, book, digital app, what's all the rapping for, man? Niggas be wanting to be famous just cause. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that part. You familiar with Manny Black? Shout out to Ears to Christ. Set it off with me on DC Culture, though. He said Paparazzi Po is embarrassing himself and don't even realize it. Yeah, it kind of looks silly. It's hard to take serious and shit. He's saying shit that's very, very speculatory, calling people the feds and all of that type of shit. That shit don't make no sense. He said, I think Ears is putting the book out. Ears was planning on doing a paid in full Washington, D.C. type situation some years ago. I don't know. Bobby G says Vlad pay between 5 and 10 G's. He said, let's do the math. Alpo went in November 91. When did he meet Paparazzi Po? I have no idea. You have to ask him. I will say this. He's always said that. I met Paparazzi Po long before y'all met him. I met him in the mall at CIAA in Charlotte and shit. He was with the PIF unit, and they introduced him to me as Alpo's son. He was a regular dude. We took a picture. I got a picture with him a long time ago with the PIF unit in the mall. I don't know him to be no sucker. I don't know him to be no chump. None of that. And he had a couple of songs that were plausible. Aside from that, he's bugging. He's bugging, yo. I know you rock with Gene Deal, but he not believing all the time to me either. I don't know, man. The Biggie Smalls case, I was a kid when that shit was going on. The Alpo situation, I was even younger than that. But I know parts of the truth. Keep in mind that everybody involved with a lot of this shit that you see online is a criminal and shit. They gonna tell the story their way. They gonna tell the story their way. Shout out to my sponsor, PAID, Jerron Hammond. Sent me a few pieces and shit. I appreciate you. I'm gonna have his information in the chat. Make sure y'all go check out my interview I did with San Quinn. For y'all from the East Coast, if you're not familiar with San Quinn, Jim Jones told a story about going to the Bay Area for one of his first times, and he felt that he was famous until he got out there and they announced San Quinn, one of the local Bay Area rappers and shit. He was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe this nigga's fan base. San Quinn been putting in work on the music tip since he was 14 years old. 14, and his library is crazy. He was always in all kind of magazines. Murder Dog, I was linked with him by Mag Mall. My Northern California resume is expanding. Shout out to everybody from Northern California, man, who out there listening to them slaps. You know what I'm saying? I got content for y'all. Make sure I cover the whole board. The San Quinn interview, he speaks about his relationship with Mac Minister and Jason Mathis. Jason Mathis is the guy who admitted to killing Fat Tone Watkins. And Mac Minister, of course, is his co-defendant. He know them from growing up. They from San Francisco. He said, yeah, Quentin catalog is fire. Make sure y'all check out the interview, man. Me and him was blowing. We about the same age. We got a whole lot of shit in common. We talked about the legendary Cell Block compilation. He told me that Mr. Ill, who we thought was from the Bay Area, was actually from Philly. I'm finding that a lot, not with just California, different regions. People went to different regions to get on and shit, but you find out later that they was from someplace else. Like I think South Circle might be from Texas. They got on with Suave House in Memphis and shit. People might would have assumed that they was from Suave House unless you was, from Memphis unless you was listening to the music real heavy. He said, free Mac Minister. That boy ain't Alpo's son. The time don't match unless he older than we know. I'm just keeping it real. He said, like Corrupt. Yeah, we discussed the Bay Area connection with Kansas City. San Quinn actually had a hand in developing it. They went out there and they turned Rich the Factor up. Rich the Factor is one of the biggest rap stars coming out of Kansas City. Dope interview, man. I want y'all to go in there and check that joint out. He said Mr. Ill was fired straight from Chester. Man, get the fuck out of here. San Quinn talk about Master P. I'm telling you, this is one of the dopest interviews I've done in a minute. It's from California. He a legend. He been rapping since I was a shorty. Shout out to the whole Bay. He said, Fat Tone was not that liked in Kansas City, Missouri. Dream work. I sent out a bunch of orders this morning. I want you to have your motherfucking order. Please contact me. I'm at Gully TV _. You can hit me there, or you can hit the Fashion Bomb page where everybody, you know, ordering the PA knits off of Instagram. You can hit that page and shit. I'll straighten you straight out. Some of the orders sometimes, I'm going to tell you something that y'all don't know with PayPal. If you order something for me and you don't include the shipping address, PayPal going to hold your money. It's going to look like you placed the order. You did place the order. The order went through. But PayPal is going to hold your money from, they're going to hold it from you and they're going to hold it from me until you clarify the shipping address. I just went through that. Somebody flagged their order, thought it was missing. It wasn't missing. I sent him the screenshot, let him see he didn't enclose the shipping address. It happens. When you get them PA knit packages, the writing, on the actual package, that's my John Hancock. So yeah, it's just me, you know, I'm the pilot. Bear with me, I got you though. He said, who verse was better, Benny or J. Cole? Man, Benny is having a run that's unprecedented. You could say whatever you want about the J. Cole song. His buzz ain't fucking with Benny right now. Word. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Gully TV Sports. I'm going to be over there a little later talking about, I said Jalen Rose, the Juwan Howard situation. Juwan is from Chicago. Y'all got to know that he's going to react a little bit different. Black men, right? If a black man tell you to, you know, be cool. If a black man, if you see this gesture from a black man, be cool. Because it could get hectic after that. You only get just a little bit of that. Before it go left field. But he told homeboy to be cool. And not only that, the other coach didn't have his mask on. Juwan was practicing social distancing. Juwan could say, man, I felt I was under attack, man. He was all in my face with his germs and shit like that. But I'm on his side. I'm just keeping it real with you. Juwan Howard is from the Fab Five. That's of my era. I'm 110% with him. Whether or not he gonna keep his job, we don't know. I think they gonna slick ass get rid of him. He said after that, hands flying. He said Juwan told him, don't touch me. When somebody tell you don't touch me, get back, man. Give a nigga a few feet or something like that, man. You can't make a motherfucker talk to you, man. Get back. Where did you get the kangaroos? Kangaroo got an Instagram page and a website. Just Google it and shit. Be more patient. Said, I'm watching your live video now. I'm still waiting on my tracking number. I might have it on me. I don't. I went to high school with Juwan's son. He the same way. What up with Cleveland All-Star Weekend? I sat it out. Every city don't deserve no, be more patient. Yeah, shout out to you. I appreciate you. Every city don't deserve an All-Star Weekend or a Super Bowl and shit like that. Every city don't deserve that. Cleveland, niggas hungry in Cleveland, yo. Niggas who ain't never been on a plane in their life, they can catch a cab, they can catch a bus to downtown Cleveland, get right in the mix. He said they need you on Clubhouse. Never. We all can't be the same. He said, how about that sorry-ass dunk contest? It was pathetic. Terrible. I know. Make sure y'all follow me on IG at @IamGullyTV_. He said, where's the part 2 of the Jay Diggs interview? I'm in the Bay Area now. I'm putting it all together for you. I'm all over there. I just uploaded the San Quinn joint. He said, you're right about the bus, not cabs. There's no cabs in Cleveland. I think cabs got put out of business in a lot of cities, fucking around with Uber and shit like that. Rest in peace to the lady who got killed in Pittsburgh. Stop killing the Uber drivers. God damn, why the fuck do y'all be killing Uber drivers? The transaction is digital. They don't even be y'all act like the Uber driver running around with a whole bunch of fucking money, giving motherfuckers change and shit like that. The fuck is y'all killing Uber drivers for? This motherfucker killed this lady. This lady was begging for her life on camera and shit. The fuck? And they booked this nut ass already. He gonna get life. He gonna be in jail forever and shit. Dumb shit. Rest in peace, man. That shit was crazy. Baby Bash says, much love. He always watched the live. Thank you. He said, you got to put on for the East Coast on Clubhouse, Gully. I am putting on. I'm a published author. I got one of the top podcasts in the United States. I'm on the Apple charts. I'm charting already. I only got 20 episodes out. I uploaded the 20th episode today. I'm one of the top niggas in the game. Lead by example. Y'all can't do nothing with Whack 100. He over there gorillaing y'all on that. He over there gorillaing y'all on that podcast. I mean, on that Clubhouse, huh? Whoever got the most words, people should be able to conduct themselves without resorting to violence. You should be able to, if you got to resort to violence from a diatribe, you don't got no self-control. People should be able to conduct themselves correctly. Straight up. Whack 100 over there overpowering motherfuckers with his truth. I be hearing him a lot of times. A lot of times the shit that he say be grounded in truth. I be hearing him saying a lot of shit. I heard him make a fool out of that one nigga. I ain't gonna say his silly ass name. Y'all see that nigga got on there like a week ago? I just happened to hear it. Matter of fact, somebody sent it to me. Did y'all see that nigga get on there acting like a goddamn groupie for no reason? For no reason. He talking about, you seen all them videos I made about you. Whack 100 like, man, I don't know you, man. He said, yeah, but you seen the video. I don't know you, fam. I never heard of you. He like, I never heard of you. This nigga was trying to create a connection to Whack 100 for no reason at all. Did y'all see that shit? That shit was crazy. I'm like, man, listen to this shit. And they was in the chat saying, man, this guy trying to promote his channel, man. He ain't got no content. Yeah. I know y'all seen that one. I did. That was pathetic. That was an all-time low. That was an all-time low, man. Like, you jumped in this man mix on some groupie shit for no reason. He don't even know you. He don't even know you. These niggas be wanting to be noticed that bad. That bad. Create a fictitious conflict with a nigga. They'll create a fictitious conflict with a nigga for no reason. Just to get on a live stream and get noticed. And still don't get no money out this shit. I see that shit. I said, man, what the fuck? Wack never even got disrespectful with him. He said, I'm telling the brother, I don't know you, fam. I don't know you. He said, yo, rat, shut your rat ass up. Wack still didn't get belligerent with him. He like, man, what the fuck is this about? He was like, what the fuck is this about? Hopping online trying to create a beef with a nigga for no reason. He don't even fucking know you, money. Juwan used to be under that 6-point star when he was in high school. He used to throw up the forks after making free throws. At the crib, we call him Big Nuke. He kept saying, you taking up for Hassan Campbell. I'm not taking up for Hassan Campbell. Hassan Campbell's a big deal online. Niggas need to get off his dick. I don't be beefing with him. I don't have no beef with him. I ain't had no beef with him. Whatever he say, it could be outlandish. That's his business. It don't affect Jamil. It don't affect Gully TV. There's nobody has the jurisdiction to be policing shit. You can't tell a motherfucker how he's supposed to conduct himself. Everybody's supposed to be a man here. You're supposed to come here knowing how to conduct yourself. You dig what I'm saying? Hassan just got into it with Zaza Ali. I don't even know who that is. LeBron wants to be traded. It don't look right. If you was damn near 40 years old playing, would you want to be doing all the work every night and still losing? Still losing, though. Ja Morant should have gotten a dunk contest. Correct. Or they should do NBA versus some of the YouTube dunkers. They don't want to do nothing with them YouTube dunkers. Nah. Clubhouse ain't for me, though. That ain't even my style and shit. I don't like sharing the stage with niggas. None of that shit. And damn sure ain't gonna be talking. And there be some ignorant-ass niggas on there. Y'all don't know what ignorant sound like? Y'all don't know what ignorant... I get on Clubhouse with Dr. Cornell West, Todd Boyd, and Barry Michael Cooper. I get on Clubhouse with them niggas. I'm not getting on Clubhouse with the rest of the monkeys. Y'all like the video. It's 800 people here. Like the video. He said, ain't no order over there. It's a bunch of ignorant niggas, man. Do you know that there be niggas on Clubhouse never operated a computer in their life? Do you know that? It be niggas on Clubhouse who utilize a computer for nothing else. They don't do nothing with a computer. You feel me? Why the fuck would I be around some niggas like... I use my email all day long. If your email not popping, you're not there yet. Straight up. I'm just keeping it funky with you. If you're not in your email constantly, you're not there yet. Multiple emails at that. Niggas be fresh out of jail getting on Clubhouse. Hell yeah. You know what you should do? Next time we on Clubhouse, next time y'all on Clubhouse, tell everybody to show their diploma. Tell everybody on Clubhouse to show their diploma. Everybody show your accreditation. We need to see diplomas and GEDs. Let's see how many niggas can do that. He said, bring more Miami content. I got you. He said, Clubhouse, you learn everything new about everybody's city. That sounds like some place the police would want to be. Investigators, right? Just how YouTube got all kinds of people, so do Clubhouse. You got to find the right people. So, ain't Hocus 4/5 on Clubhouse? Hocus 4/5 is on Clubhouse, right? I heard that, I think it's called the Foxhole or some shit like that. They be having some legit discussions over there. I ain't heard nothing else from nobody. Subscribe to the channel, both of them, Gully TV Sports and this one, you watching the real Gully TV. I'm glad y'all enjoyed that. I let y'all see me recording that podcast episodes about hustling out the trunk and knock off clothes. It was so many niggas in the comments talking about some, I ain't never wore knockoff nothing. I wasn't bragging about wearing knockoffs. I'm telling you about when this shit used to exist for real. You dig what I'm saying? And it wasn't accessible to everybody else. It was only accessible in the underworld. You can go to 1,000 barbershops. It ain't gonna be there. It's gonna be at a certain barbershop. You dig what I'm saying? So I was just keeping it funky for y'all, and a lot of you niggas was wearing them fake ass sneakers and shit. Y'all was wearing them Air Force Ones. Niggas is wearing fake Timbs too. Y'all know them one and done Timbs for 50. Can't get to the mall, can't get to the spot. Store done closed on you. Gotta call your man down the block. You got any size 11s? Man, let me get one of them. Just be like that sometime. Be like that sometime, man. Y'all be wanting to keep it funky, man. My man said I had the ones. We just keeping it funky. He said the bootlegs used to be rocking. The bottom fall off in 5 days. You wasn't supposed to wear them for 5 days. They was one and dones. Good evening, everybody. Y'all heard Biggie Smalls. You want to see the inside. I'll see you later. And then, right, you can't downplay counterfeiting and knockoff and then big up Dapper Dan. It's the same thing and shit. He just got a high quality joint. His shit look dope. You dig what I'm saying? And the Black Bart Simpson, that was a knockoff. That was a knockoff. That didn't belong to Bart Simpson. Somebody black drew that, or somebody in the hood drew that, and it became designer in the hood and shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you never seen a Black Bart Simpson, or you never seen the Yo Baby Yo joint with Mickey Mouse, that's a knockoff. That didn't belong to Disney. Y'all done took Mickey Mouse, y'all put a gold chain on the nigga, y'all put Fila sneakers on him, y'all put his bitch in a tennis skirt. That's all knockoff shit, man. For real. He said, I had the Yo Baby t-shirts. Everybody had that Black Bart Simpson shit. Like, if Bart Simpson was a big deal, if you gonna buy your kid one and they got a black one available, why not get the black one? He said, I got a Freaknik 93 and 91 Black Bart Simpson. He said they still selling Jordans. Knockoff Jordans, that got to be the low point of everybody's life. I never owned a pair. I seen that shit just get crazy. That shit just, they start putting Air Max bubbles on Jordans and all kind of shit. Follow me on Twitter at Gully TV1. Shout out to the PAID franchise and Jerron Hammond. Sent me this dope ass hoodie. Check out his website. I believe it's PAID.com. I'm going to have it listed in the description, though. My man said, I had a pair of Black Prada joints that came out in 2005-06. I think it was, he erased it. I had somebody pleading guilty to rocking some knockoff Pradas. I told you, I believe I had a pair that was possibly knocked off, highly knocked off. Subscribe to the channel. Good evening, everybody. Paparazzi Po, the stuff that he's saying right now on Sean Cotton is very highly fucking questionable, and a lot of it don't make no sense by the way of internet history and shit. He probably don't even remember that Troy Reed documentary where AZ said that he was talking to Alpo. AZ already said he was talking to Alpo. They was talking to each other. They seen each other in person after Rich Porter was killed. They seen each other in person, fam. So why was he gonna kill him if they seen each other in person? He said, I think Jordan Brand took the idea from the bootleggers. Remember the Jordans with the Air Force Ones bottoms? Yeah, them shits was ugly as fuck. That wasn't for me. That was some kid shit. PA Knit, make sure you get yours. I got fire. www.therealdribble.com. Shout out to all of the PA knitters and shit following me and shit, man. Y'all be looking real good in them joints. A lot of niggas be telling me that their girl be taking their joints from. I got some for females too. Don't even trip. He said, so he using his father's name for some fame. Let's say that was the case. You gotta at least be saying shit that's for real. You gotta say shit that's plausible. You can't be just making up crazy shit, man. Like, it don't make sense. It don't make sense. I was thinking the same thing. A lot of paparazzi was saying sounded like lies. That's his story. That's not history. It's not history. It's his story. He said, paparazzi tried to throw you under the bus. He can't throw me under the bus. I ain't told no lies about his daddy. I don't be on here campaigning for Alpo. When that story popped, I had a wonderful month. I had the best month ever in my history, my whole YouTube shit. There was nothing bigger than the Alpo month. Trust me, Alpo bought cars for some niggas. But yeah, that ain't my thing. I don't got to stand on that. That shit is actually, it should be dying out. He's passed away. He's become just like everybody else who lived fast in the streets and shit. It only in a couple of different ways and shit. So, Paparazzi Po said he called you and you said take the video down. I don't even know what you're talking about, y'all. He said, remember the name brand that had the black characters that looked like crisscross? That was knockoff, homie. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for coming through. Make sure y'all fucking with the podcast, man. Anybody who make their money on the road, if you make your money driving, Uber, Lyft, taxi cabs, Amazon workers, truck drivers, anybody who make their money in a car and shit, make sure you tuned in to the Dribble on all podcast platforms and shit. Let me take that ride with you. All you got to do is just put me in and just hit play. If you listen to 60 seconds, you stuck. That's all I need is 60 seconds. In the interview with Sean Cotton, he said, I was calling the bloggers like Gully, telling them to take it down. Take what down? Take what down? Why would I take an Alpo video down? I'm the first nigga to start posting them joints. When everybody else is screaming, rat, no good, dirty bastard, rotten nigga, I went to meet him in person. I been got plugged up on that. That was a meal ticket. I was trying to get that. I wasn't trying to hear this crazy shit these niggas. Did you get the book? Get my book. Some things I've been through. I speak about my encounter with Alpo and shit. He never called me and told me to take... Paparazzi Po not gonna call me and tell me to take no Alpo video down when I actually really know Alpo. If Alpo ain't got no problem with it, he ain't got no fucking problem with it. Troy Reed video when he showed where he killed Rich Porter. I was the first to post that. First to post that. Niggas thought I shot it. First to post that. Soon as I got my hands on it, somebody sent it to me. The person who stole it, that shit got stolen. Troy Reed, to my understanding, Troy Reed and Alpo had maybe a breakup or some differences about the release of that video. It wasn't nobody's intention to release that video. That video was released not on an accident. They used somebody's Google Drive. They used somebody's email or somebody's Google Drive because it was a big file or whatever to transfer it, to email it from point A to point B. Whoever Google Drive it was, they looked into their photos or maybe was clearing out some space in their phone or some shit and found it and was like, oh shit, and posted it. They wasn't thinking about how valuable it was. They was just thinking about getting some fucking attention. As soon as that shit hit online, motherfucker sent it directly to me because I was the person known for Alpo content. But I wasn't taking that shit down. Man, Alpo know I posted that shit first. Everybody knew I posted it first. Niggas that got it from my channel. They couldn't find the channel that posted it because the channel that posted it didn't have no subscribers. You couldn't find it. Somebody sent it to me. I ain't take shit down. Nigga went, please. I just told you I met both of them niggas in person. He says a Paparazzi Po is lying. In that regard, he's lying. Get my book, yo. I speak about Rich Porter and Alpo and all of that. It's called Some Things I've Been Through. It's on Amazon. Don't take my word for it. It got 5-star rating and shit. The reviews are wonderful. He said Alpo and Troy Reed should have never filmed it and it never came out. If I was behind the camera of that, people thought I did it. If I was behind the camera of that, I probably would have gasped when he started to talk about that, but I don't know if I would have. If that nigga said we going over here to film this shit, I would have filmed it. But like I said, personally, I don't know how I would have felt about that. I don't even know how I would have felt about selling it. But I know that I wanted some of that money. After that situation happened, the damage was done. That was the question that everybody wanted to ask. The question that everybody wanted to ask, that was it. Niggas wanted to know about Rich Porter. People didn't care about Wayne Perry's situation except for niggas in D.C. Everybody knew what happened to Wayne Perry. He told on him. But people wanted to know what happened with Rich and why. If you want to know why, get my book. I'll tell you why. He said, how much is your book? Google it. Shout out to Kurt Bone, DC. I'm on his podcast and shit. That shit come out this week, I believe. Probably come out tomorrow. He said that video was in terrible taste. That video rocked and shocked the internet unlike anything that ever happened in like black culture and shit. Wavy, I appreciate your super chat. That shit was unbelievable. Person sent it to me first. Before the world knew about it. I had that shit by myself for like an hour. I sent it to a couple niggas. Man, look at this shit here. They like, ooh, man, you better upload that shit. Before I uploaded, I sent it to like 3 people and shit. He said, Gully posted he had like 62,000 subs after the Alpo video, 100K. I don't know if that's true. That might be close to accurate. Got family in the bird. I'm just joining. You saying that's not post, son? I'm not saying that. I'm saying I asked Alpo, was that his son before? He said he didn't know. He said, I don't know. He said, I'm not sure. I know that he became... I know that Paparazzi Po gained his approval. He gained his approval by defending Alpo online against King Erner. You remember? Paparazzi Po was supposed to box King Erner. Like, Alpo approved of all of that. It was taking the focus off of him. Once he Paparazzi Po got in it, it turned into yo daddy, yo daddy, yo daddy, instead of rat all day. Instead of calling Alpo rat all day, he was saying your daddy all day. It kind of like got King Erner off of Alpo and he would focus on Paparazzi Po. I'm telling you the truth. My man said, I'm the reason why you got that video. Is you? I just came here and told these people the truth. I didn't say I got it on my own. He said, you and Gene Deal the only people whose story hasn't changed on the internet. It's called credibility. Credibility. Make sure y'all check out that interview I did with San Quinn. My podcast is fire. If you want hip-hop history, the shit that go down over here, they're going to be talking about in 30 years. This monkey shit that you be seeing, the dirty side of YouTube, when these gang niggas and shit acting a fool and all that shit, they're not going to talk about that shit in 5 years. That shit going to be over with. The gang name going to be changed. People that going to be got killed and shit. It's going to be hip-hop history. Solid shit right here. Make sure you fuck with the podcast. I'm on all podcast platforms and shit. I'm slugging it out. I'm slugging it out with them big niggas. I'm charting. I'm in here. Straight up. He said, how you feel about Alpo stepping to Jim Jones? He didn't step to Jim Jones. You know what? I done said it, what happened on here before, I believe. I might have wrote about it briefly in my book. I'm going to just do a podcast episode and tell what really happened with Alpo and Jim Jones. It happened the same day that I met him. Same day. It happened right behind me meeting Alpo. When I got in the truck and he got in his vehicle and shit, we went riding down the street. Jim was on the corner shooting videos in front of this fucking clothing store. Shooting videos or taking pictures with people and shit. I know I seen him and shit. And Poe was behind me. That's how I bumped into him. He said, you said you met Paparazzi Po. How was it when you met him? He was a regular person. He had the cut on his face. He's not no chump. He not no chump. I didn't get that vibe from him. The niggas that he was with was real. They got money. He's with them Piff Unit niggas. Shout out to PA the Lemonade, man. They was legit. They was doing their thing at the time. And this was when the stigma was even more severe. It was more severe back then, so somebody told him, maybe his mother told him that was his daddy and shit, because he's been on it for a long time. Before he came to the internet, he was already saying it. Before I met Alpo, he was already saying it. I met Paparazzi Po first. And when I met him, they said, this is Alpo's son. Gully TV presents The Dribble. Just type in Gully TV podcast and Google search. I'm on iHeartRadio. I'm on Spreaker. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Apple. I'm on Deezer. I'm on joints I can't even pronounce, man. I'm on probably like 35 podcasts, Wisdom. Even the smaller joints who ain't popping like that, they step into me like, can we carry your brand and shit? Yeah, get that. He said, yeah, he was saying that in the MySpace days. See? So you know I'm not lying. He said around 2018 or 19. No, it was before that. He said his mother was one of Alpo girls like Diddy baby mama. Alpo is Puerto Rican. Don't forget that. You loading all episodes to YouTube? Nah, I be uploading them joints to you. I don't actually upload them to YouTube. The Spreaker, who I did my deal with, they you can share the episodes to YouTube. I be sharing them to YouTube as advertising and shit, so y'all know what's popping. Y'all can listen to them and say, oh, okay, I'm gonna go over here and fuck with that. He said he started saying it at like 15. Never met Gumby. Nah. Like the video. It's 1,000 people here, man. Can we get like 500 likes? Put me in the mix one time. Y'all know we don't do this on the regular. He said, I'll start tonight with the San Quinn interview. It's fire. It's fire. You want history? Mac Dre. You want history? You know they be... San Quinn's uncles was them niggas that was on American Gangster for bank robbery from San Francisco. Them was his uncles. Dino and Dino, I forget his last name. Moderators, clean this nigga clock. Matter of fact, I got you. I got you. He said, San Quinn talking about Messy Marv. Yes, he talked about Messy Marv. You know he talked about Messy Marv. San Francisco business. Go fuck with it. Dino and Troy Smith, them is his uncles. Bank robbers, was on American Gangster. Bank robbery was huge in that area and shit. That whole area with the Romper Room gang and Mac Dre and all of them, J Diggs. It was like culture. Did you know Alpo voice in prison interviews sound completely different? I'm gonna say this about his voice from what I've been hearing. I've been hearing shit that I don't know if it's him for real. I've heard audio that's supposed to be Alpo. That I don't know if that's him for real. For real, I don't know if that's the same person that I was talking to on the phone and in person. I don't know. I'm for real. He said, who you want to interview from the West Coast? Everybody that these other niggas ain't interviewed. I need new shit, man. Don't you see that people end up interviewing the same motherfuckers? Like I interviewed Ears to Christ 4 years ago. 1.2 million views, some shit like that. Years ago, brought that to the table. You see other people went behind me and interviewed him. You ain't gonna see me do that. You're gonna see me continue to bring you some original shit. Damn, I ain't heard this before. Damn, this is new. Damn, this is next. Gully TV. I don't fuck with the drill music. I don't fuck with the drill music. I don't. Fuck drill music. It's death music. Y'all gotta be tired of seeing all these people getting killed and shit. Y'all gotta be tired of seeing all these people getting killed. Y'all ain't tired of this shit yet? He said Sean Branch too. Let me run it down. Sauce Money, Sean Branch, Skip to My Lou, Ears to Christ, Jason Weaver. There's more. There's more. There's more. He know what's up. He know what's up. Vlad subscribed to the channel. He know what's up. They know what's up. Can't y'all tell he subscribed? Benny the Butcher. Oh, yeah. He know what's up. Conway. He know what's up. We all heard it first. The Dribble. Fuck with the podcast. He said, just subscribe to the Dribble on Apple Podcasts. That's what's up. Tune in. It's shit over there that ain't on YouTube, man. I made that. It's like a boutique over there, man. Go on over there and get you something fly. I got something that fits you. Trust me. Trust me. As soon as I saw Ears to Christ on Vlad, I said, wow, he really be following Gully footsteps. He has to. My ear is a little bit closer to the streets. I beat him to Haitian Jack, too. He ain't never get that. But, yeah, I beat him there, too. I beat the world to Haitian Jack. International Dribble. Oh. The Wayne Perry case. Dan Riley. And Miss Jerry Williams, the black female FBI agent. You know niggas wasn't interviewing no feds online. Wasn't nobody interviewing no feds online. I crossed them boundaries. You gotta be intelligent to get in that. You gotta know how to talk and communicate. You gotta be intelligent. You dig what I'm saying? So that's how you got that. Oh, Sean Branch. I left Sean Branch out. Sean Branch. Yeah. 500-pound tiger was a dope story. Much love, Queensbridge to Sydney, Australia. Are you getting Gangsta Lou also? Too many people interviewed him before me. Oh, Kirk Frazier. We didn't crack the 1,000 several times, man. It's 1,000 here, man. Let's get like 500 likes. Can y'all like the video? He said Dexter Isaac. Y'all be reminding me of classics, man, from years gone by. Jaquitha Rivera, act like you missed me or something. Share the video, tweet it, put it on all your social medias. Will you? Anyway, I've been here for 55 minutes. I appreciate y'all. Super chatters, y'all did y'all thing. Did you get your shout out this morning? Yes, I appreciate that. Yep, random. Knowledge the Pirate. I met him in person and shit one time in Milwaukee, I believe it was. Would you interview Sean Cotton? Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, I'm about to get up out of here. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications. Make sure you follow my other YouTube channel, Gully TV Sports. I'm going to be over there talking about Juwan Howard a little bit later this evening. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Make sure y'all following me on Instagram at @IamGullyTV_. And you already know the PA knit, the phenom and shit, man. Get you some fashion, man. Put something on your skimmer. I'm up out of here. Peace.